How's it going? How's it going? Welcome to Change the Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Happy Thursday to everybody. Today is April 9th. We got a super show planned for you guys. Tonight we're going to talk about a new normalcy. Will things ever get back to the way they were? You know, we're dealing with some different times right now. Everybody getting used to new things. A lot of people taking a whole 360-degree turn in where their lives were going. And we're pressing so much to get back, to how things were, get back, to when we were living quote unquote a normal life. And what we're going to discuss tonight is that time ever going to come back? Are we ever going to be, given the opportunity to go back into it? And what I want to discuss about what I'm thinking we're going to have is what I call a new normalcy, a different way things are going to be going forward, regardless of when we come out of, the situation we are from a world health crisis, even from an economic standpoint. We're going to have a different way we function and operate. And that's what we're going to discuss tonight. Again, it's Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight's show, we're talking about a new normalcy, where everything get back the way they were. Super excited about the show, but, as I do with all shows, we're going to rehash the previous week. But before I get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producer, DJ Lab, and Slick 316, and my assistant, Joni. Lab and Slick, they're going to be, doing everything remotely. I'm here in my own home office. And before we get really in depth with everything, I just want to remind everybody, by me being in my home office, every now and then you may hear a phone ring. So don't get alarmed or anything like that. It is my house phone operating out of my home studio today. So, but, I think we're going to adjust pretty well. We're doing everything. I didn't book it up twice with the music, intro music and everything. But to rehash the previous week, as we all know, we're still going through everything with the COVID-19 virus, making all kind of adjustments. You're looking at the news, you got all kind of different things in terms of the regular guidelines with the social distancing, washing your hands, being careful of where you at, staying at home. Some people adhering to it, some aren't. You hear different places, the curve is starting to flatten. Like the numbers aren't increasing, and now they're starting to hit the top of the bell curve, and hopefully, they're at the apex and going down. So I hope we're heading in that kind of direction. I did a couple of videos, got a couple more rolling out in regards to the economic stimulus program, and I think everybody's going crazy because the banks opened up about the PPP, which is the payroll protection program. That was opened up to everybody at the end of last week. So you got a lot of people been breaking their neck trying to get business loans and everything. I just want everybody to know, and I'm going to probably make a couple videos with the next week so coming up. These are federally funded loans. So just want to keep a real moment. I'm an accountant by profession and a business development consultant. If you were not in a position to qualify for a business loan prior to any of this stuff starting off, I don't want nobody to get their hopes up to try to break the net to get to a bank and try to get any kind of stimulus money from a bank. When you start talking about federal funding, SBA, federal government stuff, you're talking about a grueling process. You go into a Wells Fargo or SunTrust, the bank application for a loan may be this big. When you start dealing with SBA loans, they're this big, and you talk to a person that has acquired six-figure SBA loans, I can sit here and tell you it's a whole lot more scrutiny as far as that process than just going to your local mom and pop or even just a commercial bank getting it. It's very scrutinizing process. So I say this to say that if you know you weren't in a position to get a business loan, a business funding prior to all this happening, don't get your hopes up to think it's going to happen now. What's happening, DJ Lab? See Lab tuning in. Also, I didn't mention we're streaming live on YouTube and also Facebook at the same time. So Facebook through the Changing Live Facebook page and also Changing Live page on YouTube as well. I'm going to make sure I put some videos out in regard to qualification for business loans. I thought I had one out, but I'm not for sure. But just kind of get everybody insight, because a lot of people are applying and breaking it in to go to their loans to get funding. But just the criteria to get a federally funded loan. We're taking PPP because if you don't qualify for a federally funded loan, you're not going to get any money for a PPP program. I'm just letting you know. I can just say me, with a person that has an SBA loan. I got probably my information prior to most people that didn't have any prior to. Is banks asked, do you need it? We got it. SBA loans are froze for the next 6 months. The U.S. Treasury paying those payments. So all kind of stuff going on. But typically, when you can get into that realm where you can get in government-backed loans, it's it's not even really just a credit. It's not necessarily a credit score thing. It's more of a business credibility thing. So I just want to kind of get and I put the videos out to kind of give everybody more insight to what you had to qualify for. But I see a lot of people posting about getting these PPP loans. And just listen, if you just couldn't qualify for a business loan prior to, I don't want anybody to get that hopes up thing they can get some money from the PPP program. Next, I want to remind everybody, I put it out there. We're if you go to the scheduling app, and again, all the links are up under each video that I post and everything. I'm offering the free advice Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I think from 8 to 9, and I think from 8 to 9 a.m. and 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm offering free advice sessions, 10-minute sessions where you're able to reach me and get free, business, entrepreneurial, financial advice. You'd ask me again one question. I'm giving that free to everybody. That's my gift to everyone. You can go in and book an appointment. So again, you go to the Majestic Business Services or the consultant link. All links are posted at the bottom of each video. I'm giving that free time out to everybody. So please take advantage of that. Again, that's 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 8 to 9, and I think 8 to 9 a.m. and 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can get free advice. On the low end, everybody knows, I charge $100 an hour for business consulting, book an appointment. So I'm giving this out to everybody free of charge, and everything. So please take advantage of it. That's my gift to you guys with that. Next thing, we want everybody to know, the video series will be coming out more from the Mr. Short Dollar. That's dealing with more of the stimulus programs, the business funding. I got a whole list of videos that I'm going to be putting out the next couple of weeks. I was just looking at the list. It's somewhere around here. The ones that's going to be coming out. So I want to let everybody know about that. Hit one milestone today, changing live. We reached 3,000 subscribers. So I want to just tell everybody from me to you guys, thanks a lot. Hit 3,000 subscribers on Changing Lives. I appreciate the support. Been working hard for it. We need to pick up the numbers on Mr. Short Dollars. We'll go there in a second. But I really want to say thanks from me to you guys for all the support and everything. I got a lot of products that will be rolling out within one month of May, from consulting, coaching, courses. Everything will be rolling out next month. And so I'm super excited, to give the gifts that I've acquired over the years to you guys and everything. So again, thanks for that. I just want to let everybody know about that milestone. Also, starting the month of May, like I said before with the Mr. Short Dollar, I'm going to be providing interviews for different people, and it's not and that can be anywhere from entrepreneurs, professionals. If you in real estate, you're in law, you're just a business owner, you have a certain profession. I want to we're going to be doing interview sessions at least twice a month, just to kind of talk about you, talk about your career, talk about your endeavors, talk about your journey and everything. We're still, acquiring people to be doing the interviews. If you're interested in getting an interview and coming on the show, just inbox me. You can reach me through the inbox through the Changing Lives Facebook page, either the Mr. Short Dollar Facebook page, which you should always also be a part of, to my personal Facebook page, or you can send me an email through info@majesticbiz.com. Again, all links for all my business, all my social media, everything is at the bottom of these videos, be it via Facebook, be it YouTube. So you have a gazillion ways to get in contact with me, but we are soliciting people that want to be interviewed for the show. I'm not paying you. I'm giving you the opportunity to come here so we can talk and, discuss your journey and tell your story and everything like that. So for that thing come up in the feed, how much? Nah, that doesn't happen and everything. But I think it's going to be real insightful and a real good thing. So again, I'm looking for people. If you have an interest, I have some folks we already have slotted. But if you're interested in doing it, just reach out to me, okay? I think it's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be pretty cool. That was just something I came up with. I think a little epiphany last month when I told DJ Lab about. So I'm excited to see how they come to fruition. Again, tonight's show we're talking about a new normalcy. This is Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel where we currently have over 3,000 subscribers. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have, I think, almost 180 some videos that we have listed on Change the Lives. A lot of great content, a lot of great information. Look at the videos, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Also check out Mr. Short Dollar. Mr. Short Dollar is my personal finance, business, entrepreneurial page. Make sure you go on there, checking that out. A lot of good information now. Just talk about we'll be doing interviews. I have videos dealing with startup a business, during the business. Great video that I have, and I'm always saying my stuff is great. But we talk about the stimulus package. I get the whole broke down about the stimulus check, how much yours will be. That video, I think it's probably at over 500 views already. And I just put that up one in a good week ago, so that's been going pretty good. I'm super excited about that. So make sure you go to Mr. Short Dollar via YouTube, via Facebook, subscribe, like both of them. A lot of great information. Like I said, if you got questions or anything like that, I'm giving out free sessions. Everybody knows me and free don't really mix all the time, because I do a lot of civil service in the community for free. So when it comes time to make money, I'm all about it. So this is something I just want to give back to everybody, because we've got a lot of support with our business in the past year and a half. And just want to say thanks to you guys in regards to that. But getting back to the night show, A New Normalcy. I really thought about this a lot, because what came to my mind when we started talking about, the new normalcy, or, just when everybody's just kind of like, on edge in terms about getting back the way things work. Because that's what, I know me. I like to go to, cigar spot, smoke my cigar, go to the bar, hang out with my buddies, my teammates. We have a good time, just chilling, relaxing, being able to just drive, go to the gym, and do all that kind of stuff. A lot of freedoms and things that we took for granted, really, are gone. And, really, I think everybody's right now just on the edge, just sitting in the house, you're dealing with your kid, you're arguing with your spouse and everything, you're about to lose your damn mind. And everybody ready to just like, man, I'm just ready to get over and just get back out here and get everything back to normal. And, I sit here and think about it. I don't know if things will get back to normal. Well, these times kind of remind me back in the early 2000s, when the market, prior to the market crash, how things were. We go back to, before that big recession, you could be like, here in Atlanta, you're working at Ford Industrial. You could be working in a warehouse, cut your supervisor out, get fired, walk a block down the street, get you another job. And this is before noon. You can get hired at that warehouse, get another job, paying you great for, $12, $13, $14 an hour. Argue with your supervisor, get fired. Go a block down the street, get hired at another warehouse, making decent money, and get fired there. And after lunch, you know what? Go get you a good lunch on Ford Industrial. At 1 or 2 o'clock, get you another job. Went through 5 places and got hired. I mean, the economy was booming. Everybody and their mama had a .com, dream.com, boat.com, tree.com, big millionaires from everywhere. You just had to have some kind of business. Everybody was making money. It was crazy. You could just with any hour doing it. I mean, you might have had no furniture in that house, but you had that $400,000 house. It was great. It was an unbelievable time, exciting time. It was one of the moments that you didn't have any money, but you damn sure lived like it. And those late 90s, early 2000s, man, it was something, you get goosebumps thinking about it and everything, especially those houses. I just remember everybody had a big gigantic ass house with no furniture. And all of a sudden we hit a recession, the market crashed, and everything went south. You went from that $500-$600 interest only mortgage note to paying $3,000 or $4,000. So that didn't last quick. People getting homeless, people unemployed, .com bust, everything was going crazy. And you see here the whole world spiraling out of control, where you had people on this amazing joyride for 5 years, 5 or 6 years, maybe more than that, and all of a sudden it's over. And kind of like now, people kind of like, well, how we gonna bounce back? How we gonna do certain things? We even won a damn war. Hopefully, maybe can spur the economy up. I'm not saying that was the cause of it, but people going into it thinking, okay, we're in a war. production from defense and all that kind of stuff maybe kind of jumpstart the economy, but it never did. And the way people were living their lives, the way people seeing the world being normal, came to an abrupt end. There was no gradual slowdown or anything like that. And kind of contrasting what's going on now, there was also no rebound. So when you made your money in .com and all that kind of stuff, there wasn't no more damn .com opportunities. Once everything kind of leveled out. If you got this big, gigantic ass house, that before there was no rebounding. You got what you could afford. Your 1-bedroom apartment, just prop out full industrial, and everything. So it was a big transition for a lot of people. And I kind of look back how things are right now, in terms of, people have to make like a abrupt stop, which is shocking, and have to move forward what's going on. People in 1 week making great wages, stabilized, planning on family trips and stuff for the summer. Me personally, looking at getting ready for one of my children's graduation, getting ready for college and all that kind of stuff. I got a son, he has ROTC scholarships, getting ready to go to the military, come back, go to school. I mean, everything shifted and everything. And you can't even make plans for it. Like I said, a lot of little freedoms, just being able to go somewhere, are gone. And then your long-term planning and stuff is just over because you don't know. Jobs have just cut in half. My God, what was the number? Was it 10 million? 6 million last week. I think 10 million people that have right now 5 unemployment. I mean, just everything just changed in a month and everything. And it's shocking. So one part of people are just, one part you're trying to just stay alive. And then the other part, you're trying to damn stay sane. And I think that's one of the things right now where people are just sitting there like, okay, when things get back to normal, when we get past the corona stuff, we get past that bell curve, things start back heading down, the diagnoses stop coming, the numbers started coming down, everybody's able to go back to work, and we return back to certain things. And I think that, 6.6 million filed last week. Yeah, I seen that. Like I brought that up in the show, but they said some crazy number. I seen today, I think, was somebody they put it out, and I apologize, I can't remember the number, but it's still it's crazy high. And that's one of the things I'm sitting here like right now, like people want to get back to where it was a month ago, but I don't think we're going to be able to get back to that. And I'm going to share that with you guys tonight. Again, this is Change Your Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight's show, we're talking about a new normalcy, a new way we're going to be doing things going forward. And people just wondering, when we'll be able to get back to the way things work, and if we're able to do that, period. And with that initial realization of what's going on, I do think that first people have to come to the point where, some kind of realization that things won't be the same. Things won't be the same. And I think that's very tough because, again, if you've been doing something for the past 5-10 years and everything like that, because I do think we're in a funky place right now where, you have those, God, I'm losing the generation of white people and those millennials, where you got people probably 35 and up, definitely 40s and 50s, thinking straight about stability, longevity. And you got those millennials that more tend to be looking at, look, I'm not really trying to be nowhere long term. You got people freaking out, especially people over 40 years old. 40 years old, people are really freaking the hell out. They're like, man, I've been working at this job 5, 10, 20 years and stuff like that. I'm maybe a couple years from retirement. Hell, I've been doing this. I don't know what to do. What's a resume? Resume, huh? And they freaking the hell out. And really stressing about if things are going to get back to normal, and hoping, okay, that, Trump or some smart person in DC is going to make some decisions or make some plans, or wave some kind of magic damn wand to bring it back. And I just want everybody to kind of be thinking more so like, let's start getting your mind together that if it happens, great, which I doubt. But if it doesn't, let's come start looking at the reality of where we are now, where we're going to be, and how we need to, move forward. And one of the first things you have to just take into consideration when you start thinking about when things won't be the same is looking at that, opportunities start disappearing, and they don't come back. You know, you can't make certain deals anymore. Certain things that were open to you, that were available to you before, they just ain't there no more. Um, a lot of, from, we're talking about jobs, uh, uh, deals, different people doing, had the ability to actually make certain things happen and stuff like that. It's just not there no more. You're seeing where people actually looking, maybe, rent out office spaces, rent start certain businesses and doing things like that. People struggling to just stay open. Everybody working from home, doing that kind of stuff. Those things, and I don't think they're gonna come back, because we can definitely be probably the next 3 or 4 months where people are not even able to go back to the jobs, and then companies are going to reevaluate if they want to even have an office space. So a lot of things and opportunities that were there um, previously just not going to be there anymore. Um, some things you start looking at in terms of, when we're looking at things that when you're looking at those realizations, things come to the end. Um, People look at and find that there's no longer a benefit to do certain things, and the cost of taking on a certain task weighs more than the benefit. So you're sitting there saying to yourself, in order for me to do these certain things, it's going to cost me more. Kind of like when you're looking at, you got one gas station, got gas for 189, and down the road they got it, 189. Down the road they got it for, 183. You sit there and say to yourself, why the hell I'm gonna drive down the road? I lose that little, 20, 30 cents, of gas that I feel like I'm saving. I'm gonna burn that up driving down there. So it's not really a big, too advantageous for me to even do it. And I think that's where a lot of times, certain things that we were doing before, we just may not do it. You see a lot of businesses thriving right now. You're looking at restaurants where dining in was prevalent, going there getting something to eat. And hell, they probably seeing more damn money being made just delivering it, because a lot of costs. So if I sit there and say to myself, I ain't got to worry about renting this big place, I can sit here and just get a smaller spot and just do damn deliveries. Why am I keep doing this? I mean, now people doing certain evaluations, and like, and when I was incurring this cost to make $5, I ain't even got to have this cost to make $10. Again, thinking about that, as a business owner, you start reevaluating stuff. So you tell me I can make $10, not even spend half the money I was making before to make less. Those kind of things start going through people's heads, because they were forced to learn and acquire that knowledge through this unfortunate experience. But once they start seeing it, like, no, I don't know if I want to go back to that. Okay, so those are a couple things with that, and people move on. People kind of get tired of certain doing stuff the old way. Again, do we have to, a lot of times you have people that were doing conferences and meeting halls and stuff like that. You see it now. Everybody getting 100 deep on Zoom. You can get on Google Hangouts and do everything you want to do, sharing screens, doing all this other kind of stuff. Why are we gonna pay all kind of money to be at a certain event or something like that? We can do it virtually. Hell, you see these damn DJs. Thousands of people seeing them doing a virtual tour. Why the hell they need to go to a club? Hell, they might even charge maybe, $2 to $5 in admission, if that, maybe $1, and they get 10,000 people just to go into that live stream to see DJ D Nice, see DJ Khaled, mix it up. You at home in your underwear dancing. Why the hell you need to go to the club? Like I say again, there are so many innovative ways. You seen what we talked about last week's show about being able to pivot. People just change. So you sit there and say before, like, I'm not gonna share money with the club and do all this kind of stuff just so this guy give me $1,000. Well, I can go online and stream, get 10,000 people for $1 a piece. Think about it. And that's what people, are no problem, Lab. Lab was saying thanks for the info. That was one of the things I think a lot of people are actually, thinking about. We start talking about business owners and stuff like that. Their minds are kind of looking at, again, some old ways are not necessarily beneficial, because again, we were forced to learn a new way of doing things. And again, like I said, again, you might be in a situation where you can no longer pivot. Changing and adjusting some stuff just not be possible no more. And people may leave certain situations altogether. Like when I was just speaking of myself with having a tax business, I've been because I was just familiar more so with using Google Hangouts. And, when I was in graduate school, we were doing a lot of group work together. So I was versed with that. So it was nothing, 5 years ago for me to start doing virtual and remote services with my clients. So when we were forced to do it this tax season, I mean, I was already there. I had been training my people how to use it and how to do certain things. So it was like a no-brainer for me. We had a lot of people that, they didn't have those capabilities, weren't able to adjust or change. And you making me in a situation like with that, I can turn around and say, well, turn around, the IRS just pop up and say, okay, you guys did that, you adjusted, you rebounded. Going forward, we're going to do tax returns ourselves. I can't make any adjustments. I can't make any changes. I can't pivot. It's gone. And that's what, like I said, we're talking about coming to that realization that, look, man, I can't do this no more. And that's hard for a lot of folks. And that's what's going on right now. Lastly, when you start thinking about coming to the realization that things are coming to an end, when resources disappear. When resources disappear, when you can't get, resources, I'm talking about money, I'm talking about people, I'm talking about opportunities. All this stuff isn't available for you. And you just like, well, I used to, I used to walk down Foot Industry, get, a job, 10 jobs in a day. It's not there no more. You start looking at different things that, that people thought about giving you and stuff. Those, it's not a situation where people don't care. They're just not able to do it no more. Opportunities ain't there because they don't exist, because they may have been lost with, adaptation or innovation. The world changed and stuff. New technologies took things away. I envision in the next 5 years, you probably have 1 or 2 people working at McDonald's where the robotic arms going to be taking that kind of stuff. Trust me, they're not going to take hits like this anymore. They already got hit when they had to adjust everything to minimum wage. The robotic arm making the burgers are coming, and they're going to be there. Now you're going to have probably 2 people working each one. They've been kind of bringing different data and different not data, technology innovations in over the years, but you're going to see it real hard in the next couple of years. A lot of things just aren't going to be there. A lot more jobs are going to be done remotely and virtually. The whole traditional way of going into an office, going to working and stuff like that, it's going to disappear. Now, I think people should spend less time complaining and feeling bad about it, and more time adjusting and preparing for the future. Because again, say if everything goes, the way they have planned, and we're coming in the middle of the tail end of the summer, May or June, getting back to quote unquote normal behavior, things gonna be different. Things gonna be different. Me and Lab talked about that in last week's show. That was a great show. I think everybody, the past 2 weeks of shows have been outstanding. Where we talked about the how to pivot and make those adjustments. And the week before that, we did the 8 things to do during the economic crisis. So want everybody to make sure you go back to the YouTube channel and check out those 2 videos. And we're talking a lot about, even what we're talking about now, just that adjusting and changing and switching up, with certain things. But I think that's one thing I think be very, very important for people come to that realization. A lot of stuff just ain't gonna be there. The commercial real estate. That was one thing I'm so bent on. That I think they're really, I don't know if they're gonna suffer, but I just can't see you renting out 10,000 square feet for an office downtown, paying $20,000 a month, when you can just get you a little damn 100, 200 square foot office that you paying anywhere from $150 to $200 a month, maybe a little bit more on a la carte fees, and you got your team working everywhere from home. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because you've had 4 or 5 months to see it works. Listen, it's gonna be a lot of changes. It's gonna be a lot of changes. People see a lot of things that they were doing before, they don't have to do anymore. You can pretty much just work through a cloud base, any kind of job you're doing, and just kind of just operate, functionally, function with that and everything. Hey, mama, who's mom? Is somebody mom on here? I don't know if mine's on here or not, and everything. But I think that's going to be that needs to be a reality, or I think that a lot of people need to come to terms with right now. We're talking about coming to that realization that things have changed. a lot of things that come to an end. That's very painful. So I think that's the first part when we start talking about um, getting ready for a new normalcy, or wondering when things come back. You gotta be realistic about yourself. What things are gonna come back? Because if Flick hollering, hey mom, that's her mom on there. Hey mom, what's going on? Um, my mom used to tune in too, so I ain't know if my mom that came in. She be all in different kind of go through different platforms. So I ain't know that my mom came in or not. But and like I said again, that's part of the first part of what I think a lot of folks need to come to that realization. Okay, if this came to an end, of certain opportunities, certain ways we were doing things before are still going to be there. Again, it's Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight's show, we're talking about a new normalcy, a different way people are doing things, and people just wondering when will things get back the way they were, if they get back that way. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also check out Mr. Short Dollar. Both of them are on Facebook and YouTube. Mr. Short Dollar, we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and everything. God, I had some of the Changing Lives clothing line stuff. I'm gonna make sure I have everything. I gave Ralph Lauren a lot of damn publicity over the past 2 years. But we got to change the line clothing line. If you guys go to DeonteBurden.com, like I say, as always, all links below each video. You can look up, the whole Change the Line clothing line. You'll see the link to store on there. Also, if you need a dynamic speaker, right now, when you go to the Change the Line, you'll see all my different speaking, some of my speaking events I've had. So you get to see all kind of evidence of what a super speaker I am. You can go check that out. But if you want to book me for your speaking events, and I do it all, keynote, MC, any kind of speaking you need, motivational, business, anything you want to need me to go over, I can take care of that. But go to DeonteBurden.com and you'll be able to see all that information on there and stuff. But like I say again, scroll down the bottom of the videos, all the links are already attached and everything. And I got a lot of plans for 2020. This is not the corona has been a setback for everybody and everything like that. But I ain't looked at it. I just looked at it as a different opportunity for me to, sharpen myself. A lot of stuff that I was kind of I wouldn't put enough focus on and stuff like that. I had to slow down and recalibrate some stuff and go. And I think that's what that's what a lot of people need to be doing. Stop focusing on what you can't do anymore. Focus on what you can do and what you are going to do, and just make it a habit of just moving forward on that. It's no use wasting time dwelling on things you can't take care of. The next phase, when we start talking about after we came to the point, is look, it's over. Look, they don't want me at my job. My girlfriend done dumped me. My boyfriend done sent me this letter. Look, it's over. We came to that realization. The way we've been doing things and stuff like that is no longer possible. And we're looking at now, what do we do in the aftermath? What do we need to do forward? Okay? You came to all that stuff and you hit you and say, okay, look, I let it go. What do I need to do to move forward? I'm sorry, I'm trying to manage the live feed on the YouTube channel at the same time I'm doing this and everything. Right, this is awesome. Got everything streamed here at the same time. But now we're coming to the point where we're looking at handling everything in the aftermath. You're like, okay, look, my job closed down. I've been at my job 10, 15 years. I've been doing the same thing for the past 5, 10 years. A lot of these companies, again, where you're looking at innovation, technology, and automation, they've been, having maybe a crew. I can look at, 20 years ago when I worked in the warehouse, you turn around, you had probably 20 guys working on the shift, right? They start getting more technology and everything in it. They might cut it down to 10. I wouldn't be shocked. In the next 2 years, you probably got 2 people working the same, 20,000 square foot warehouse, but you got robots doing everything. And what I want to talk about now is with these different situations going forward, 2020 forward, what you need to be doing to kind of handle, the aftermath of this big shock that done happened to us in the past month. First, I think you need to kind of just, learn a new way of life. You're not gonna get too far if you're not accepting, hey, things have changed. The shit and stuff that I did, last month, last year, previous is over. It's simple as going in and trying to do an interview getting somebody to feel your presence, trusting you and everything, shaking their hand. I mean, you still, you're gonna be on your phone trying to sell yourself to somebody in there. It's different. It's different. We have to just really take that consideration. Mailman or FedEx dropping stuff on your porch, different kind of stuff. The guy he heard he damn it threw the package at me today and everything. A lot of ways in terms of just people being humans around each other. People just, especially in the South, I was raised, speak to folks, see them and everything. People just in such a rush. And it's not a bad thing. Nobody doing it intentionally. It's just things getting different now. And I think is the sooner people can adjust and adapt to things of being different, the better you can be. It's kind of like, you talk to me being a football coach almost 20 years, and you hear some guys get to talking about players today ain't this and back when we did and everything, and it gets kind of boring, kind of like, we are guys that played in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, like, yeah, we play real football. Y'all didn't play against no damn 250-pound linebackers like these boys they playing against, and it's different. Instead of just saying, okay, damn, it's a different game, it's more exciting, it's different, people just hold on to the past and stuff. But I think you'll see how more effective you can be if you can let certain things go and move forward. Next, you have to kind of, piggybacking off that part, embrace new opportunities. If you're not going to try to, I want to say, no, you have to go as deep as reinventing yourself, but even just changing certain things, you're going to see how difficult it be. I don't see nothing wrong with, the one mentality can hurt you just being so stuck on, hey, I've done this 20 years, I'm 45 and 50 years old, this is what I've been doing. I mean, I don't see what's wrong with you going back to school. If you got if you've been working, as an accountant for 20 years and stuff like that, firms have changed, they reduced staff in most of the big firms and stuff like that. Job market is tight. Like, damn, I'm kind of burnt out with doing it. But you've been doing, carpentry that you learned from your uncle back in high school. Like, man, let me go get my certification. Let me go be a licensed contractor. Let me go get more in electrical or something like that. I don't see shit wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with it. If it takes you an extra 2 or 3 years to get an education or get any kind of certification, anything like that to do it, go do it. Because, I look at it like this. If you're 40 years old and it takes you another year or two to go get some kind of certification, learn a new skill, hey, I don't think you plan to die in the next year or two. So what the hell is going to kill you to go get, acquire those skills or whatever? You're just talking about 2 years. Again, if you ain't looking to die, before you turn 45, go get it. Life's too short. If you plan to be here for another, 30, 40 years and stuff like that, go acquire it. Don't sit there and hold yourself at bay, making self-imposed restrictions on yourself. I'm too old to go back to school. I've been doing this. I ain't got time to do that. And you keep looking for, and we're talking about, just, trying to find new opportunities, or don't try to shun new opportunities away. If you know that the thing that you've been doing or the thing that you're most familiar with is coming to an end, or the opportunities are shrinking, why the hell are you still doing it? You fighting a losing battle, right? If if it's a gazillion accountants out there, and whereas before it was kind of proportionate in terms of the opportunities for accountants in relation to the number of accountants out there in the market, was kind of comparable, where you can find your opportunities here and there, in their varying levels or whatever. But if the opportunities went like this in the market, but you still have this pool of accountants, why the hell are you still trying to do it? It don't make any sense. But there's a lot of electrician opportunities, a lot of plumbing opportunities, a lot of contracting opportunities. Got to pivot, got to change, and everything. You have to. That's shame on you. That's shame on you. That's kind of like what we talked about my show. You guys check this out, kind of contrasting this, why my child can't get a job after college. And check that video out. Again, you can go to the YouTube channel, Change Lives, and kind of plug some of these titles in, and they'll pop up. We did the show about a year ago, why my child can't get a job after college, how a lot of kids come out, or even people in general, they went to school for this, but the opportunities for this aren't really there, and they spend so much time trying to go looking for this, and they never find it, and they'll spend damn months or whatever unemployed, and then they forced to get a job they really didn't want. Well, one job is like, okay, I don't really want to do this, but that's what I wanted to do. So let me take this and let it roll in the meantime. They don't even want to do that, so stuck on looking what they want to have. And again, when you finish college, we all know what you have two things, who's hiring and, you have who's hiring and, what you want to do. And who's hiring dictates everything. And you can have, I want to work at this particular company, do that and everything, but if they're not there, they're just not there. And I think that dictates so much. And going into it now where some things are going to be totally changed. And, I'm just telling y'all, look, man, if the thing you normally wasn't doing is not there, if it has changed, because some companies, because they have been functioning on reduced hours and reduced manpower, they're going to stay that damn way. Some of these companies got these damn, they're going to get these PPP, payroll protection plan checks, and go buy a car, and everything. They're going to do some things that ain't none of their business. They got folks, they're supposed to take the money and pay payroll. They don't have to take the money and pay payroll. Listen to Deonte Burden, Mr. Short Dollar, Mr. Changing Lives. In theory, they're supposed to take the money and cover payroll. They are not legally obligated to do it. Understand it. Understand it. Just like you got so many people out here right now breaking the neck to try to get these damn loans and know they don't have a legitimate company. There are a lot of people with a legitimate company like, look, I need to pay for it, get this loan and acquire this money and do something totally different from it. They may start a whole different damn company. They may whatever, because at the end of the day, they may be on the hook for the loan to pay it back. Okay, cool. They may do that. But yeah, they got a whole damn time frame to pay that damn loan back. But they don't have a whole big time frame to get, somebody just drop, $50, $100, $70,000, $80,000. They don't have those kind of opportunities. So if the government gonna give it to them, that's just what they'll do what they want to use. Hey, what's going on, Kadir? How you doing? Might check me out on the YouTube. But I think everybody need to be kind of cognizant of that. Don't be so stuck on the way typically that you've been things that you typically been doing, the things you've been doing for years, and kind of brush new opportunities, different endeavors off. Next thing, even just moving forward with that, don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid. We know change is very scary, and the fear of the unknown is probably the greatest fear of all. Having to open up a door and have no idea what's behind that door is terrifying. And you're talking to somebody that worked a job in corporate America, was super, super safe, nice, oak and marble, downtown Atlanta, 191 building, beautiful scenery. And when I say scenery, I mean scenery. And I ain't talking about no damn buildings. All that good stuff. And I turn my back on it, for me, super terrifying. Super terrifying. So I understand how scary it is to kind of break out the norm and do things that are different. But you got to make sure that, looking at the way times are right now, you can't control it. You can't no longer say, well, look, I'm gonna get on with this job, work there for a couple years, pay these certain bills off, send my kid to school, and then, maybe retire, in 20 years. All that shit's gone. All that shit's gone. Hell, they talking about they might close the damn post office. And to be totally honest with you, that was like one of the reports I did back in grad school. You damn can close the post office and run things through FedEx and UPS at probably a cheaper damn rate than keeping the damn post office open. We'll leave that alone. That's another story. But those planning like that or being this company man, like how our parents and grandparents and before the whole stability, working, retiring, that shit's over. There's no loyalty from these companies. They don't care about you got a job. You got bills. You got a special needs child. Your wife or husband has a medical condition. You got a child. They don't give a damn about it. They care about one damn thing. Bottom line. I don't care what speech they give. If you're a CEO of a company, you have one job to do, and that's all share builders care about: bringing back profit, increasing the bottom line. And then everybody knows that dealing in business, the number one way to increase profits is to cut payroll. It's the biggest expense in any business. Cut payroll. Cut payroll. You can cut payroll in half, pay the people you got that a little bit more money. Everybody cool, keep it moving. We've seen it happen too many times. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people need to kind of just be ready for that. Because, when you sit there and let your guard down, well, a lot of us have. And I think damn near all of us have, like, cool, I'm go to work tomorrow, I'm do this and do that and everything, and we're cool. And we don't do things that we should have been doing. Well, when I say that, we could have maybe every now and then went to a certain class and got a skill here. Maybe, took on some more little tasks at your job to be more and more uh, valuable. We talk about my video, how to increase your value, how to make more money. That's, say bringing value, things, different skill sets and stuff. But we didn't want to do it, kept putting off the next year before I go back to school. What you got here, lab? Employees are expensive and expendable. Absolutely. That's why I say one of the first things you know is that you're looking at it from a business standpoint. That's the easiest thing. Just cut costs with employees. Hey, Sandra, tuning in on YouTube. What's going on? I think once people get in that mind frame and looking at their self as an asset instead of an employee, you would hope the company looks at you as an asset, because they can just value that you come into work every day, you ain't giving no problems, you busting your tail, you giving out suggestions and everything. They don't give a damn about that. They just care about the damn money they making. But if you look at yourself as an asset, no matter what endeavor you go into, you'll move different. You'll move different. That's the thing about it, where you put the pressure on yourself to sit here and just looking for good opportunities for yourself. I understand everybody still got those same obligations, family, bills, and all that kind of stuff. I understand that too. But if your mindset shifts to that way of thinking, that you're the asset and you're constantly trying to create value for either the company you're working for or clients you have for yourself, you're going to move totally different, because you're going to keep trying to do things and learn new things that's going to progress you. But if you set in a damn situation where you only can actually, service or do what's given to you, you're all going to be in a position where you're going to ask. The video we did, I did a video about a year ago. The world going to need two things, and it's the truth. The world will always need two things: thinkers and fixers. Always. Thinkers and fixers. If you can think of way something is made, or be an innovator or creator and stuff, we're always gonna have a place for you. If you can fix shit when it breaks down or something like that, be it equipment, computers, software, this, that, and that, we're always gonna need you. But if you are just a damn doer, you're always gonna be asking for opportunities. So get your ass out the doer mode. You have to do that. There's no way around it. If you're not a thinker, if you're not a fixer. Now again, the capacity that you're a thinker, the capacity that you're a fixer, that don't have to be your full-time job, but just having the ability to think and create, or having the ability to fix, repair, or restore, those are two things the world will always need you. And if you have those skill sets, again, that doesn't have to be your main job, but you can fall back, that you have those kind of skills, there'll always be a place for you in this world. But if you're an individual, you can't do that, but go ask folks for opportunities to do certain things, you always putting yourself in a bad situation. You always gonna put yourself in a bad situation. Just always keep that in mind. Check that video out by the two things the world always need: thinkers and fixers. Again, this is Change the Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. The last thing, well, not the last thing, another thing when we start talking about handling everything, moving forward after the aftermath and things that changes, attach yourself to the right people. It's invaluable to get you a good mentor. That's where a lot of times, you want to find a person that has had certain experiences or has certain successes and failures and stuff that can give you some real good game to make you, a better person, a better professional, better everything. Those kind of people that you want to kind of look for, they can save you a lot of time and money just by sharing the things that they've done right and they've done wrong in their life. Plus, you be around some good energy. Just being, that good energy ain't necessarily going to be a positive comment, because, I'm former military. I always find it refreshing. Sarge telling me, "Nah, man, you effed up," or "it looks effed up," and everything like that. I know they didn't mean it being trying to hurt my feelings. They were just being brutally honest, but they were telling me so I don't end up. That's the end result. Go fix it. And when you can be around people that can actually give you good leadership, good mode, and good mentorship, you want to find that. So be aggressive with finding that. Don't try to find somebody that's going to make you feel good or going to give you information the way you want it. Because some folks, I hear a lot of times, well, I don't like how he talks to me. I don't like how she explained it to me. You're not always going to get game the way you want. You're going to get game the way it's given. It's on you to take it and process it, receive it, and use it. But you got to get out of that mindset and that sensitivity level where I need somebody that's going to be slow with me or teach me that. No, you got to take what's given to you. You know what I mean? You look at, 100 years ago, people, a lot of early scholars, a lot of early inventors and people that were doing this country, they were, doing shit off candlelight and writing with a damn feather. We're way advanced. We got computers and all this other kind of stuff. You're not going to be able to do everything in comfortable positions. So I think once you get out of that mindset that, I want to listen to people that are going to talk to me. I want to talk to me the way I want to be talked to, tell me what I want to hear, or be a certain way with giving information to me. You get out of there and just say, look, I just need somebody to help me, put it on me. You don't want anybody disrespecting anything like that. But I think it can be understood in terms of just getting somebody that's going to be straight up fair and real with you and stuff. But seek out those people. I think that's very, like I said again, it's very, very invaluable. And lastly, use mistakes, failures, and setbacks as learning moments. I think, too often people have setbacks or failures and it sit them to a point where, man, damn, I tried that stuff and stop. And we just discussed earlier about opportunities gone, you just can't do it no more. That's one thing. But when you have things that just kind of, set you back, put things off and kind of, make you uncomfortable, feel bad, that's not to stop things. That's to fix things and move forward. Learn from it. Again, you experience comes from having successes and most importantly, failures. We all know how to party when things go right, but we don't always know how to recover when things go wrong. And I think people need to make sure they, if you are really true to what you want to do and you're disciplined about going about everything, and most importantly, you're focused about making things happen, regards to yourself or with your business, you'll sit there no matter what happens, good or bad, you'll stay on the course. And I hope, a lot of stuff that I shared in regards to the things that, number one, come to the realization, things are getting ready to come to an end, and then also how to handle everything going forward was beneficial to United, because again, when we started the show, we started talking about the new normalcy. People searching, people ready, man. Boy. One of my partners from high school, he had a live party last year, and they was just showing, and all of us had a good time. We was just partying. Everybody just, just a house party, man. And a lot of folks I grew up with the high school with, and we was just looking. This was like a 20 minutes for the show, and sad to say, that those kind of interactions may not be able to happen again. I hope not, because we had a blast at the party. But just understand that things are different now. Moving forward, opportunities and stuff like that, we just don't know. And to benefit yourself in the big picture, I think you have to make sure you're doing things that's going to benefit you. And I think the sooner you can do that kind of stuff, I think the better off a lot of us will be. Again, like I said, the night show, we talked about a new normalcy, the new way things are going to be going forward and everything. When things get back where they want to be. I hope you enjoyed the show. I really enjoyed giving the information out to you guys. Make sure you go to the Change Your Lives YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Look at all the videos we got. Also go to Mr. Short Dollar, the YouTube channel. Both go to the Facebook page. Thanks again to Slick 316 for helping with a lot of the growth that we've had. With both of those Facebook pages. I really appreciate you doing everything you've done for me with that. Again, thank you to you guys for hitting 3,000 subscribers on the Change the Lives and stuff like that. I'm super excited about that. Make sure, again, I'm giving free. Everybody knows me. I don't do free well, right? I do a lot. When I say I don't do free well, I do tons of community service, civic stuff and everything. I'm a member of 100 Black Men. I'm always at these schools talking for free. I'm a member of Black Men United. I'm out here giving out Christmas, turkey. I give it all free all the time. When it's time to make money, it's business, I don't really do that. So I'm giving everybody out free opportunities. You're talking about somebody over 20 years experience in the financial service industry, over 20 years being dealing with entrepreneurship, been a business owner and everything. My current business, my main business now, over 19 years in business. I'm giving this, free, where you guys can book an appointment, get to ask me one question, about personal finance, about business, about entrepreneurship. So take the link where you go to consulting link, hit the drop down, say, free advice, because we have like the different consulting ones, tax preparation, but hit the one that says free advice. You can't get that wrong. Hit it, book a 10-minute appointment. Again, that's Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I think that's slotted for, but you'll see it on there. We had the opportunity to book it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 to 8 in the morning. 7, 8 in the morning. No, 9 and 10 in the morning, a.m., and then 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 days a week. When I'm getting the opportunity, you can book those. So please take advantage of it. Again, that's from me to you guys and stuff. But had a great time tonight talking about everything and stuff like that. Make sure you also checking out the other shows on Misfits Radio, Misfits Entertainment, Misfits Media. Got a lot of great shows going on there and everything. Go to their Facebook page. Also go to the website. Look at all the different shows and stuff like that. We got the podcast going. We're streaming on Live 365, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Radio, and everything. So you really have no excuse whatsoever to be checking out my show and my other cohorts on Misfits Media Group, Misfits Radio, and everything. Just check us out, man. We've been busting our tail for the past couple of years and stuff like that. Got a great support staff, DJ Lab 316 to help my show grow, tremendously, and I really appreciate them guys for doing it. And everything. But we got a lot of great stuff for you guys. So make sure you continue to support us. It's much appreciated. And you're quite welcome, Sandra. And we're gonna keep rocking, keep doing what we're doing and stuff and everything. Got another great show planned for you next week. We putting little promos out for that, probably beginning of next week and everything. Be safe, practice social distancing and everything. Wash your hands. Remember, all the basic stuff you learn in pre-K, just keep implementing them now. Take care, guys. Again, thanks for the support. Love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Let's get that outro music going. Get it right. I cut everything off. We'll redo that and everything. I want to make sure I got it for you guys. Take care, and I love you.